Hey guys, welcome back, and today I'm going to do my November TBR. So, let's just start off with the book that I've been trying to read. I started in the beginning of October, and I'm almost halfway through now. I'm working my way through it, but it's like trudging through mud. It's really, really hard. I'm doing my best, and it's a scary book, and I thought it'd be good for Halloween, but it is Haunted by Chuck Palahniuk, and it sounds really interesting. It's about, it's a novel made up of 23 horrifying, hilarious, and stomach-churning stories. So there are a bunch of people who are locked in a room together. It's like a survivor situation. Somebody called Mr. Whittier had put out an advertisement for a writer's retreat that said if any writers want to come and join this writer's retreat, then it's just a peaceful place away from family and friends, and to just be able to spend some time writing, and you can only pack one bag of anything that you want. And it didn't sound bad, so people answered the ad, and turns out it turns into a horrific situation. And these writers are going without food, without water, without running sewage system, almost without electricity, and they have to write stories, and they can only get out after it's a 3-month minimum stay, so they have to stay for 3 months at least. They're not allowed out before that time, but they have to write something spectacular, and it just sounds like really, really cool. Like these people are held hostage and they're not allowed out. And I thought it was really going to be really good, but I've tried to read it. It's really hard. It's just not for me. I mean, I've heard of Chuck Palahniuk, and I actually tried to read one of his books called Diary when I was in high school, because I don't remember now what it was about, but that sounded pretty interesting too. And again, I just couldn't get through that one either. But this one I thought would be perfect for Halloween. And actually, the cover of this book glows in the dark. The eyes glow, and all the white parts glow. The nose, the eyes. So it's a really noticeable face when the lights are off, and that was another really cool feature. But it's hard. I know that he's had books like The Fight Club made into movies, and I wanted to give him another chance since I couldn't finish his first book that I read. But it's just, I don't know, like the first story in here was really good, but then after that it just kind of went downhill. I mean, it's not really keeping my interest, and I don't think that he's a bad writer necessarily. I think he writes well. It's just not my taste. Like, I don't like the way he writes, but that doesn't mean that he's bad. And he's obviously a popular, famous author, so he can't be that bad of a writer. But I don't know. I can't. I mean, I've been reading it for a long time, and I'm only that far. I want to finish it, because I hate just dropping books and not being able to finish through it, so I will get through it eventually, and I'm just going to try and use November as a way to just force myself to finish this. Maybe it will get better towards the end. I don't know. I'm hoping so. But I don't know. If any of you guys have read this, can you let me know? Does it get better? Did you love it the whole way through? Did you have sort of the same issues that I'm having? Were you able to finish it? Just let me know if this gets any better, because I'm having a hard time with it. The next book is another one that I started in October. Again, that sounded like not really scary, but like a psychological thriller type of book. And it's also a review book that I got a long time ago that I was supposed to read. And yeah, I don't even know, maybe 70 books on my shelves to read for review. I'm not even joking you. So yeah, I have a lot I have to get through, and I was trying. But again, this is one of them that I started, and it wasn't as good as I thought. I wanted to pick it up. I picked it up. It wasn't as good as I thought. I put it down. but I'm hoping to be able to just be able to push my way through it because it's a review book and I gotta read it and it might get better. And that is The Ways of the Dead by Neely Tucker. And I'll read the first paragraph is pretty much what this is about. When the teenage daughter of a powerful Washington, D.C. judge is found dead, their 3 local black kids are arrested for her murder, but reporter Sully Carter suspects there's more to the case. And this is supposed to be actually inspired by the real-life Princeton Place murders. So it's just like a crime, supposed to be like a crime psychological thriller, and there's a little bit more to it than, her trying to find out about the murders, I think. But it just, again, the writing style just isn't for me, but I'm going to make sure I finish this. This is another book I had to put down in October, no matter how much I tried to trudge through it. But I will get there. I will get it. Hopefully this month. The next book is an author that I have heard going around booktube like crazy. And I haven't read any of hers. And then finally I saw this brand new for, what was it, like $4 or $5, I think, $5 or $6, and because I've heard so much about it, I couldn't pass it up. And that is If I Stay by Gail Forman, and I know that this was just turned into a movie, and so I got this cover. They also had the movie cover, and I don't like movie covers, so I'm not really going to go into what it's about, but pretty much this girl just has to make choices between life and death, I guess. It did almost all of it. Something happens, so there's this girl, something happens to her, her life is about to change, she has to make a whole bunch of decisions. It sounds like a contemporary novel, which isn't something I usually read. But I've heard amazing things about this author, and I thought that I would give her a go, and hopefully I can get through this book. It's pretty short, and the writing is pretty big, so I think that I should be able to get through it pretty quickly. The next 3 books are actually all by the same author. These are the only books she has written. I've never read any of them, but I'm hoping to start. I was hoping to start one of them in October if I had the time, and I ran out of time. And those books are all of Gillian Flynn's novels, so I have Gone Girl. I want to start with this one because the movie is coming out, and it looks like a really good movie, but I don't want to read the movie. I don't want to watch. I do not want to watch the movie first before reading the books. So I'm going to start off with this, and then, I don't know, there's Dark Objects and Sharp Objects and Dark Places are the next books. These are the only 3 she has out, and I feel like she's an amazing author. She's a suspense horror writer, suspenseful psychological thrillers, which is what I love. That's my genre, so I feel like I'll really like her as an author. I've only ever heard amazing things, and so I feel like once I start Gone Girl and finish that, I'm going to want to read what else she has out. So that's why I picked these 2 this month, but if I feel like taking a break from her, then I'll choose 2 other ones in place of these. But I don't feel like that's going to happen. I'm not going to want to take a break. I'm going to want to read her straight through is how I'm feeling. So, but which one, if you guys have read these, which one should I start with? Sharp Objects or Dark Places? After Gone Girl, which one should be the next one I pick up? I actually like this cover, even though these 2 covers match, even though this one's hardcover. You can see the writing and the design kind of the same, but then this one is completely different cover. But it was only like $2 at the thrift store, and I like this cover actually better than those, but I just kind of wish they matched. But what are you gonna do? Then the last book, I'm not gonna be too ambitious this month, because I have lots of other stuff I need to do and that I get distracted by easily. And so I am only planning on reading one more, and that is The Light Between Oceans by M.L. Stedman. This is another book that I've heard going about and being raved on book 2 like crazy. And this is a different cover than what I've seen on anybody else's channels, like that's been going around, but it still looks like a really good book. And again, this sounds like something I'd really be interested in. There's a young lighthouse keeper in Australia, and he's kind of all by himself. He's the only person that lives there, no wife or kids or anything. He's a lonely guy. And then one day in April, a boat comes ashore with a dead man and a crying infant, and he finds it, and I'm not sure, I don't know, I think he takes care of the child, but there's a whole nother story that's involved with that and what happened after he finds the baby. So again, that's something I've been hearing about. I haven't heard anything bad about this book, and I hope to get to it. And I'm really going to try and read through these books pretty quickly so that I can get to this one. I think that I'm most excited actually about starting this one, but I think I'm going to save this for the last of the month, or at least towards the end part of the month, so that I can force myself to get through these other books, and this can be like my reward. If you don't finish those other 5, you can't start this. So yeah, that's that. And if I do happen to somehow finish all these books miraculously, then, and I have time to read more, then I'm not sure which one I'm going to pick up. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So that's it. That's all I have for you. Stay tuned for another video coming soon, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.